And joining us now are two key senators. Joe Lieberman, an independent who's one of McCain's closest allies in the Senate, comes to us from his home state of Connecticut. And Claire McCaskill, national co-chair for Obama, joins us from her home state of Missouri. Well, Senators, top Republican strategists say that John McCain will launch a new assault on Barack Obama's character in this final month of the campaign, going after his ties to former radical William Ayers, a convicted developer Tony Rezko, and Governor Palin did just that yesterday. Let's take a look.
Our opponent is someone who sees America as imperfect enough to pal around with terrorists who targeted their own country.
Senator Lieberman, is all that fair game, an attack on Barack Obama's character?
Well, it is fair game, and I want to get back to that in a minute, but the McCain campaign hasn't announced that it's going to spend the next 4 weeks in negative campaigning. This campaign is about the future, as Governor Palin made clear the other night when she said, "Say it ain't so, Joe." Senator Obama, Senator Biden seem to be running against George Bush. He's not on the ballot. John McCain and Sarah Palin couldn't be more different from George Bush, and they're the reformer ticket. They're the change ticket. They're the ticket that has been tested. John McCain has been tested in crises time and again. This is a nation in economic crisis, not to mention the wars we're facing. And I think you go with the tested leader as opposed to one, Senator Obama, with all respect, gifted but not tested in these kind of difficult circumstances.
Well, Senator, yeah. if I may, on the front page of the Washington Post and the New York Times yesterday, a top McCain strategist named Greg Strimple was quoted as saying, "We want to turn the page on the economy and start talking about Obama being an out-and-out liberal. We want to talk about his character." So the McCain campaign is on the record saying exactly that.
Well, I must say I don't know Greg, but I know John McCain, and I know John McCain will be campaigning on what he can do to protect the safety of the American people and protect our economy. But these questions about Senator Obama are what public life is all about these days. I can tell you, Claire can tell you, anything you've ever done, anybody you've ever been with will be a subject of public discussion if you run for public office, all the more so because Senator Obama is relatively new on the national stage. So it was the New York Times on that front page yesterday who wrote about his relationship with Bill Ayers, who founded the Weather Underground, a group that bombed public buildings and apparently is unrepentant about that. If the shoe was on the other foot and John McCain had one of his earliest campaign events at the home of somebody who had formed a right-wing group that had bombed buildings and then had been on a board with the guy for several years, you bet the Obama campaign would have been raising that question. It's just the way it is. But this is about the future, and I think the McCain-Palin ticket has a program to protect America's safety and get this economy going again, and it's very different from the George Bush approach.